What is popular in the eyes of most high schoolers but is actually cringe? Most of the stuff you do in your teen years is going to be a bit cringe. I have a family member who taught high school for years, and she once told me that all teens think deep down that they're on display at all times, and they either fall into the camp that loves the spotlight or the one that's shy from it. Pretty much all of the cringe obnoxious behavior comes from the ones that relish the attention they think they're getting. It's a performance. Eventually most of them learn that no one is looking and they all calm the hell down. Not in high school anymore, but when it was guys or girls in the senior class brag about dating freshmen and not having an issue with it. Like instant jail time. People that would brag about doing pills or blow, or people sending nudes to just about anyone and never thinking about the consequences with that either. I had a girl who was in my grade and was sending out nudes to every sophomore or freshman kid, beyond nasty. I do not miss high school at all and will never be going to a high school reunion. Guys being overly eager to get into fights. This actually got a little worse in the early 20s for me, but luckily haven't had to deal with it in a while. It's almost never worth it, fellas, outside of the obvious exceptions. Also young guys that drive fast recklessly. This is more rage-inducing than cringe, but still. Also 17-year-old girls posting pics to subreddits where they want strangers to rank them, also cringe at any age, but it's particularly sad when I see teens doing it. Sex. I wouldn't call it cringe. Sex is absolutely amazing, but teenagers or maybe even young people in general view sex as if it's the most important thing in this life, but it's really not. Most young people don't have a very healthy relationship with sex, even if they think that they do, and that's a shame because sex becomes so much better when those feelings are properly channeled, thinking they were popular and cool. Most of the popular people at my school never got out of the hometown. Most of the girls have several different baby daddies. One of the guys who was mega popular, I guess, and played football? He's in jail now because he had sex with a 15-year-old. When he was 27. That demographic has enormous impact on cultural trends. They are consuming the music and wearing the latest styles. They are so certain of what is cool and what is not. But the deep irony is, they're also the cringiest demographic. Don't attack me, high schoolers. We all passed through that time, cussing loudly around much younger kids. I had friends like that who would say stuff like, well, they're in public. Not my problem. Shit stains, all of them. It made me feel uncomfortable then, and it's just awful to remember now. Being loud, rude, or generally obnoxious in a public place, restaurant, retail store, etc., and shitting on employees of said place. You're not cool, dude. You're a fucking asshole, and you're the reason I despise any and all teenagers. Most acts of rebellion. Teenagers can get away with it, but a lot of rebellious stuff you do as a teen would be so lame as an adult. Lol. X. Drinking vodka straight from a bottle, graffitiing, skipping school or work now, etc. In the eyes of many high schoolers, excessive and overly dramatic public displays of affection can seem popular, but they often cross a line into cringe territory for those witnessing the spectacle. Being assholes. Also this whole is, cap no cap saying bro all the fucking time. Also now everyone thinks it's cool to call someone else an $1 or whenever they fight. All the time. Dressing like cowboys. I'm in New York. If you went to school like that in the 90s, you'd be laughed out of the school. But nowadays I see it regularly. Being rude to teachers. Every person who I know who was rebellious in school cringes hard when they think about the shit they said to teachers. Discussing sex loudly with the purpose of having random strangers hear it as if that somehow was a sign of maturity. Pretending to be special, like I'm a witcher, I'm an anime protagonist, and so on. It's really embarrassing. Smoking vapes, because they thinks that's my classroom always smells this, but I don't. Smoking. Bragging about expensive things your parents bought for you. Congratulations, you're good at nagging. Thinking the word cringe is an adjective. It's literally one of the best ways to identify a moron. At my school it's making fun of the teachers. They're the most chill teachers I've ever come across. Making dance TikToks in public while strangers are going about their business in the background. Ordering food delivery to high schools. Nobody wants to bring your order to a high school. Swearing I'm every single sentence and having the middle finger out in all their photos. Slang terms, every one of them. Every new slang term sounds really stupid to me. Being on your phone constantly in class. You're not edgy, you're just lazy. Wearing pajama pants to school. That used to be a people of Walmart look. If you mean high schoolers now? I can't answer that. Back in the day, ouch. Cringe is subjective, So there is no such thing as actually cringe. Talking about how tough they are and how many fights they have had. Losing their virginity, it's not a race to see who gets more STD. Self-diagnosing mental health issues as a way to sound unique. Bragging about how much weed you smoke or how much you drink. There's definition of cool, as we all were XD. It's just a prank bro, no. You're being an asshole. Dressing like you just rolled out of bed on purpose. Flexing overpriced merch their parents bought them.